Y'all hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. Hey, what's up? So I'm going to read some poetry that I wrote. I have actually never read this one out loud before because it's a little tough for me. It's a really personal and kind of upsetting thing that I went through. But you inspired me talking about, what you've gone through. So this one is called Keepsake. And it's loading now. Oh, here we go. Break, mend. It looks like my memory box from grade school, full of old Valentines and cootie catchers and notes passed in class, decorated with bubble letters and pictures from magazines, but it's not. It looks like my shoebox of old love letters, peeking through yellowed fabric wrapping, or that present from my college boyfriend, poorly swathed newspaper containing an inside joke for a gift, but it's not. My signature and fingerprints loop the corners and stain the outside. The cardboard edges fit perfectly flush as though it's easy to contain the packaged relics that sit inside. My blood and test results and clothes and disconnected words, each filling in a piece of the static in the story of my rape that this keepsake box holds. This kind of rape is white blindness. It hurts to look for so long and see nothing, nothing, nothing. These men wipe my memory. I have had waking dreams of looking them in the eye, voice cracking as I say, how could you? How could you just take me? You made me afraid of what lies beneath banal smiles and slick horniness now. You made me afraid of what happens when men don't get what they want. A line from a book beats ceaselessly in my head. The men came and they, the men came and they, the men came and they, the men came and they. The men made me afraid of the end of the sentence. I haven't gotten any more tattoos since you emptied my head. I don't want to decoupage my skin to hold the memories I don't have, turn myself into a pretty box stamped with symbols on the outside, waiting for something to hold. I thought I was broken. But as it turns out, I was always still me. I'm tired of writing stories and poems about lost girls. I am not the Walking Dead or a sex doll for you or a perfect human or full of tears and smoke anymore. I am done with asking the police. I am done with thinking what if. I am done with blaming myself for the emptiness of my skull that night. I am done with running away from every man who tries to cross my path because yours is not my only story. I am not a butterfly under a pin or a spider trapped in amber or a hermit crab in a cage who will choose only between the homes you give to her. My skin does not belong to you. I am a Virgo, wood earth dragon, sacred prostitute, master builder. I am a beam of unwavering light. I am a woman, no longer a girl, and you are not the only kind of man. Thank you. I've got a couple more. These are all love poems, so yay. This one is actually my favorite poem that I've ever written, and it was the first one that I really wrote for real. My boyfriend, when we first met almost 2 years ago, asked me to write him a poem, and I said no. And then I wrote this poem. It didn't show him for 6 months. So this is called The Poem I Won't Write for You. I would never write a poem on command, especially not for you. I would never tell you that you're my favorite of these men and boys, that waking up next to you doesn't make me feel anything but lovely, that your words echo in my head long after you've gone. I would never write a poem about your hands with thick palms and small but sturdy fingers and how they love to rest on your mouth when they're not busy. I would never write a poem about your ice water eyes, how they're blue like bleached denim and rain and clear lakes, and sometimes when you look at me, my heart takes a cold shower. I would never write a poem about your plum lips, sunburned and ripe and sure of themselves, kissing me in your words until we're both floating on your breath, which smells of gum and heat. I would never presume to distill you to poetry because I don't know you yet. I don't know yet how your face twists when you're sad, or what your favorite song is, or even how you like your eggs in the morning. But since you asked, maybe I'll toss you a haiku. It's just like melting. We don't need sleep anyway. Smile my way again. Or a limerick with a dirty joke. Once upon a time in the city, these two thought each other were pretty, so he rose with the sun, and when they were done, he probably said something witty. The way I throw balls of foil for the cat while I hide catnip on his favorite perches. I would never write you a poem because I'm not a poet, just a girl learning to be a woman who really likes your lips on mine. I would never write a poem about the way you looked on the roof that night, hanging a Cheshire cat smile in my eyes as I climbed down the fire escape in the sweating heat. Your teeth were white caps and your skin was seeping salt water. You were the ocean leaning out to me, and so I couldn't help but taste you. I would never write you a poem that you asked for. In fact, I would never write you a poem at all because I'm tired of offering my insides up, quivering like so much warm jello, and watching people walk away. But mostly, I will not write you a poem because I don't need to. Together, we fall intoxicated with each other's air, exhaling accidental poetry. Thanks. This one is a poem about my ex-girlfriend. She and I had a sort of tumultuous relationship, and this I wrote. She didn't respond to it when I sent it to her, but it was me trying to sort of patch things up after she moved to Germany to get away from me. Not the only reason. It's called Dare. Yeah, I broke us. Maybe I broke you. I know I was broken all along. You were too, but I'm done. Done with apologetic poetry, shrinking and hiding to tell you I'm sorry, twisting my words, smoke and mirrors to show that you're special. I'm stupid. We didn't need to go. Done with fleeting explanations, excuses, and rationalizations, keening and crying and building moats of red wine to keep monsters at bay. Done with blank books of promises. They're just pencil-line lies. Future maps of the wounds we'll sustain when this dies. Done with sugar and spice and everything nice with nothing to show but secrets and rot. Done with half-truths volleyed through satellite signals, keeping my distance to keep myself safe. I'm done with all the ins and outs I used to think were mine, the shadows and dark corners and bullshit boundary lines. Done with racing to wait and waiting to lose, expecting the worst, locking everything deep, crossing my fingers and skidding down slopes and avoiding the leaps. I'm done with all the extra, the plate spinning and the games, scorching earth behind me as I run away. But you, baby, you, I'm simply not done with you yet. Thank you. And I think I have time for one more. Let's see. I don't know. Okay, we'll do this one. This one's happy too. This is a bunch of haikus, just like a few little ones that I wrote for my current boyfriend. And it's called One Day I Tried to Sing About Spring in a Storm, which is a line from a Tally Hall song, if anybody ever heard of that band. 1. Tequila on your tongue makes me shudder, goosebumps. Please don't let me go. 2. Your warm soles on my cold toes, a nodding in sync, together we breathe. 3. You tell me something, tomorrow says another, maybe soon they'll match. 4. Though this blanket keeps me warm, still I will always wish it were your arms. 5. Kiss me, don't stop, please, my heart keeps burning for you. There it goes again. 6. It dulls the edges, this hot coal you've swallowed. Scar tissue doesn't feel. 7. A blue country house. Do you think our love will grow? I hope it takes root. 8. When you're inside me, I am transcendently lit, glowing from within. Thanks, guys.